Daily Collegian Football beat here, talking Penn State's upcoming game against Purdue. It's homecoming, noon kickoff. Get right into it. Here, Joe, you want to talk about the offense?
I guess first thing I should mention is Derek Moy injured himself 2 nights ago now. Fell down a flight of stairs, apparently. Not really sure on his status yet. We'll find out a little bit later so you can check the site and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of the big thing for Penn State. They might be missing one of their top receivers, so whichever quarterback ends up playing the most, which I'm guessing is going to be Matt McGloin, is going to need to find other targets, which hasn't really been a problem this season. There's been Justin Brown, there's been Shawnee Kersey, there's been everybody else he can pass to. So a lot of the things that depend on the offense this week are going to be if Bolden or McGloin can find the other receivers and see if they can get the running game going like they did last week. Silas Red ran for a career best 142 yards, something like that. Had a really good game. I expect them to put on the ground as much as they did last week. So, I mean, the big thing for the offense is just trying to get into a rhythm, get things going as they have been for the past few weeks.
And I really think they only need to throw the ball maybe 15, 20 times a game. You know, Brandon Beecham should be back this week. And Curtis Dukes has been coming along really, really well so far this season. So between Dukes, Red, and Beecham, you know, they should each be getting at least 10 carries, and I'm obviously Red probably more 25 to 30 range, but they should be running the ball close to 50 times a game.
And we had big expectations. I mean, everybody did for Derek Moy coming into this year. He hasn't been all that big of a factor, I don't think. That might not be his fault. I think obviously the quarterback issue is the issue, and the right guy isn't getting him the ball. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Derek Moy hasn't been an integral part of this offense just yet, so I don't feel like not having him will be that big of an issue, especially against Purdue. They're not a bad team. They're just a very middle-of-the-road team. They rank 5 to 7 in most Big Ten categories. So I feel like without Derek Moy, the team should be fine.
Yeah, and on the defensive side of the ball, probably get at least one guy back in Stephon Morris. Maybe Danton Lane. It's kind of tough to tell. Paterno said probably wasn't going to play. But Bradley and Nick Suke told us that he is likely to go. But we saw Adrian Amos last week kind of shut down Marvin McNutt. He had about 75 yards receiving. 25 came on that 4th and 40 play. Mm-hmm. So he really helped kind of give the secondary even more depth than we already thought they had.
Yeah, and we saw Astorino last week in the nickel a lot, which he did when he was a freshman, and he looked fine. He played the run great. He played great in coverage. So I think we'll see big things from him this week too.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe when 2 of your top corners go down that you just fill in those spots and
nothing ever
still shut down Iowa, which is coming into that game the top passing offense in the Big Ten, hold them to really just minimal gains, and to do that without Danton Lynn, without Stephon Morris, it's really just a testament to how good and how much depth the secondary has.
All right, well, Penn State's 5-1. If they win this week, they'll be 6-1, which should give them bowl eligibility. I guess, quick, are they going to be bowl eligible after this week?
Yes, they're going to be bowl eligible after this week. I think they're going to win pretty handily. May not put a whole lot of points on the board, but the defense is going to be dominant once again.
Yeah, I don't think any of my predictions from here on out is going to be too high on the Penn State's offense and scoring. Maybe 24-10, something like that. Still, that defense is just going to hold Purdue to very, very little, I think.
Yeah, something I'm kind of interested in seeing. We saw Stephon Green come in the game last week. And for the first week all season, he's listed under the running backs category as the 3rd string, I think, after 4 guys. So he's actually the 4th guy. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how much we see him this week. Maybe see more than one play like we did last week, but we'll see.
All right, we'll check back after the game on Saturday for our post-game video and our coverage, and be sure to check the Football and follow us on Twitter.